Girls Planet 999 has finally ended. And I am kind of sad. Number 8 position went to Mashiro. At this point I was happy and hopeful that maybe interim rankings have changed. I am so happy for Mashiro. She deserved this. I love her voice, her visuals and everything. I hope she gets successful. Number 7 went to Hikaru. I was shook. Cause honestly I wasn't expecting it. This was the happiest point of watching the finals. We are finally getting someone as charismatic as Hikaru. After that everything went downhill. With 2 Japanese contestants debuting, I started feeling anxious about Yurina. And was praying that maybe she makes in the top 3. But I guess I was being too hopeful. Number 6 was Yeseo, and bro, I am so happy for her. Center material. Maknae made it. Young Yoon made it at number 5. The biggest ace in top 9. I hope she gets the main vocalist position. Daein at number 4. Congratulations. I am a big fan of her after Ice Cream. The whole special treatment from Mnet made me a little distant from her mentally. But she deserves it. I wouldn't mind if she was higher. Yujin at number 3 was slightly unexpected. Cause I was thinking she might get the number 1 position. After her being at number 3. I kind of started thinking that maybe Shouting is going to compete for number 1, but boy, I was wrong. Of course, Jaehyun was going to make it at top. Cause she was number 1 in interim ranking. Getting backed by aespa's fandom does give you an edge. But I am happy for her. She deserved to debut. She has this beautiful voice that nobody else has in the debuting group. She may get the main vocal position. She might be not good with high notes. But she is a very good vocalist. And she will prove herself in the future. She will be a fine center too. As for number 2, I shouldn't be saying this, but I am disappointed. It was in my mind that Bahee has a huge fan following. And she is definitely going to make it. But I never expected her to be this high. The biggest surprise of the night. I don't want to judge if she deserves this or not. Cause according to democracy and according to fan votes, she definitely deserved it. But most of her votes are not because she is an amazing contestant, but because her brother is a TXT member. And all the fandom was supporting her. And of course they would. Of course her brother would want her to debut and want her to be successful in life. But if this happens due to her famous brother, that does make this whole situation nepotism. Don't get me wrong. From the beginning I was of the opinion that you all should not be hating on Bahee just because she is Hyunin-Kai's sister. But with time I've realized that they kind of were right. I don't support bullying and plain harassing her for being in number 2. But you all need to understand too that she wouldn't have debuted if her brother wasn't from TXT, and that's a fact. She was in a clear advantage from the start. And it would have been fine and all if she was extremely talented on par with other contestants. Don't get me wrong. She is talented. She is extremely stable. But that's pretty much it. She never tried to get out of her shell. She entered being Hyunin-Kai's sister. And the show has ended and nothing really has changed. She was a good singer and I knew this from her introduction video. She never excelled from that. And part of this may be due to Mnet. Which is highly unlikely. Cause we all know how Mnet always favored K contestants. But even if it was the case, she had the chance to participate in the show nonetheless. There were a lot of contestants in the show who never made it past first or second elimination. But they were participating. People knew them because of their talents. The only thing people know Bahee for is that she is Hyunin-Kai's sister. She had all that time and she never tried to build an image for her. She is Hyunin Bahee, a different person who should be recognized for her talents, not because she is someone's sister. And she is talented. It's just that she should have worked harder than this. And tried to experiment or to show a different personality in the show. So people started rooting for her only. I know I am being harsh to her. And I hope she proves me wrong cause she is young and has years to learn. And I hope she be an excellent idol. So that people would stop complaining that her ranking was unfair. Number 9 was Shouting. At this point on the show I didn't really want her to debut. There wasn't a single Chinese in the debuting line. And it was hella disappointing. As most of my faves were from C line. The competition was between Suyeon, Maya and Shouting. And I wouldn't have mind any of them debuting. Shouting debuted. And I am happy for her. If I ever thought of stanning the group it would be because of her. Seeing her in top 9 position was quite sad though. She was always at number 1 or 2 and she barely made it in the lineup. And that is just sad. I get it's a K-pop group, so Koreans had the right to choose who they wanted in the debut line. But if Korean netizens are not going to vote for Chinese or Japanese contestants, then don't invite them in the first place. If your people don't want to see other nationals in a K-pop group, then you should probably listen to them. 2 Japanese and 1 Chinese doesn't make a global group. Even Twice had more foreign members. We even have 3 in Idol. They don't claim themselves as global group. Then why are you doing it? I am happy for the girls who debuted, but there were a lot of contestants more deserving to debut than the final lineup if it was about talents. But they couldn't make it cause they were not Korean. And that is extremely upsetting. And would be my main reason for not standing the group. The second reason is Bora-chan didn't debut. I mean, come on, you all. You are telling me Koreans' votes counted more than international votes. And even after that, she couldn't make it. With all her talent, I would have ranked her number 1 if only I had the chance. But nah, we couldn't get the best singer as main vocalist. But anyways, I am standing Cherry Bullet, and you all should too. Anyways, I read that somewhere that shouting is going to be the center cause she is number 9 and the show's name is Planet 999, and that may be a joke, but that makes me happy. Yorina couldn't make it. Come on, you all. Yorina is such a good singer. With beautiful voice and soothing aura. She was a gem. And we couldn't make her debut. Yanning couldn't make it. So everyone out there who is saying she was getting favored from Mnet should shut up. Cause my girl Yanning couldn't debut. And I'll miss her deep voice and visuals a lot. Suruchi was on number 9 in interim ranking but wasn't even at number 11 in finals. I'll miss her. She had the perfect personality for an idol, but she couldn't make it. Wenjie, Shana and everyone who couldn't debut. Especially if it was because of less Korean support. I love you all. And hope you get your chance to shine in future too.